Hey, what's up? It's your boy, 24/7 here with 24/7 Fusion Media. And damn, boy, I tell you, DC is not letting up not one bit when it comes to them pulling some of the most ass backwards ideas when it comes to putting out comic books. For example, back around, I say about June, July of this year, for Pride Month, DC goes to Nicole Amber Maines, who plays Nia Null Dreamer, which is a trans superhero. So what happens is they go to Nicole Amber Maines and they ask her to make a Dreamer comic book for Pride Month this year for DC. And I was like, wow, this person's never written a comic book. The character was specifically made for this actress. And all of a sudden, they're just going to go ahead and have her write a comic book. I was like, this is some wild shit. So around the same time this year, roughly about 2-3 months ago, they go to Cameron Johnson. That's the gentleman that plays Luke Fox for the Batwoman TV show. And DC comes to this dude, Cameron Johnson, and says, hey, Cameron, would you like to write a Luke Fox comic book? And guess what we got in June and July? June, July, we got a Luke Fox comic book written by Cameron Johnson. So, is this so far-fetched that at this moment, DC comes with this? DC Comics' latest gimmick. Danny DeVito writing a Penguin comic? Well, it looks to me that Danny DeVito will now be writing a Penguin comic book. So, as this article reads, the Cobblepot's #1 son, who was treated like #2, returns this November as legendary actor Danny DeVito will contribute a Penguin story to the one-shot comic Gotham City Villains Anniversary Giant #1, Batman News reports. This will be the first time DeVito, age 77, has ever written for comics, and sources say his story will focus on the iconic Penguin, which, as fans will know, Danny brought to life in the 1992 film Batman Returns. The character first appeared in Detective Comics #58 in 1941, meaning the character is now 70 years old. Interesting. Created when Danny DeVito was only 7 years old. He's never written a comic book, but now Danny DeVito gets to write a Penguin comic book for Gotham City Villains Anniversary Giant #1. Wow, this is fucking interesting. Look at that. This is some shit. Since the release of Batman Returns, DeVito has joined Burgess Meredith in the annals of on-screen Penguins with his incredibly different yet undeniably memorable portrayal of Oswald Cobblepot. Curiously abounds to see what type of story he has to tell with the Batman villain. But given his decades-long career in Hollywood, it will most likely be a different perspective by drawing on his own experiences in film. Okay, but that doesn't say shit about the Penguin or the Penguin story. That's the thing. Are we gonna read a comic book about Danny DeVito's experiences through film and life through the eyes of the Penguin? Or are we gonna genuinely get one hell of a Penguin story that we've never seen before? If there's any doubt, DeVito will not be writing this all by himself. Assisting the character will be Dan Mora and Paul Kaminsky on the story, and the issue will be featuring writings from G. Willow Wilson, Wes Craig, Philip Kennedy Johnson, Jill Thomas, Magred Scott, Kari Randolph, Stephanie Phillips, and many more. Are you not entertained? Gotham City Villains Anniversary Giant #1 will hit comic shops and digital retailers on November 30th, which is roughly in 3 months. Yeah. So, what do you think about Danny DeVito writing a Penguin comic book for DC, being one of the many stories that you'll get if you purchase a copy of Gotham City Villains Anniversary Giant #1? Me, myself, I think this is pretty shitty. I love Danny DeVito. Not taking nothing away from that man. When it comes to acting and everything else, he's great. Now, for him to write a comic book for a character that he's only played once, 29 years ago, says a lot. Now, what DC is doing, I don't know what the fuck they're doing. I don't know what the fuck is on their mind or why they're even entertaining this kind of shit or doing what they've been doing, trying to have actors and actresses that play a certain role come write a fucking comic book out of a, for a character that they were never interested in to begin with before they even played the role, is beyond me. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this shit in the comment section below. Please share, like, and subscribe if you haven't already. It's your boy, 24/7 with 24/7 Fusion Media, and I'm out. Peace.